Hello, passionate aspirants. Welcome to our channel DISC Civil Services in Detail, guiding aspirants to become officers. Why in news? Topic is manual scavenging. I have already highlighted. Just check out Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Hyderabad are the cities where the Supreme Court has ordered complete stopping and eradicating the practice of manual scavenging. We are also checking what are the other announcements of Supreme Court. What are the cases related to manual scavenging? What are the rights, especially fundamental rights perspective? And what are the government initiatives which are there to control this practice, or else to eradicate this completely and to support the people who are involved in it? So this particular article is completely giving a crux of this inhuman practice. They are saying we are, if I'm not wrong, maybe on December 13 or 12 there was an article released. Even in last 1 year there's a number of articles released when there was a lots of reports and cases and analysis released saying it's taking lives, the deadliest job, and people are dying because of this asphyxia and all. So even few reports have suggested that most of the people who are having this work, doing this work, are not able to survive. Within few days they are losing their lives. It's a giving a huge economic loss to the families also. So last month when there was an article on manual scavenging, again Supreme Court clearly mentioned this. We will be going to any extent to control and eradicate this practice. Why still no union territory or state or urban city has taken any initiative to avoid? We have already told our judgment in 2023, but why there is no action taken still? So this is what Supreme Court is saying. So what are the see, for prelims, for mains, for interview, this is high probable, no doubt at all. Last few years also there was lots of discussions during these cases. When these cases was filed in 2014, 2023, Balram Singh case was there. At the time this question appeared in prelims. Even in mains they have presented in different versions. So you can write these points in essays or mains, something related to GS, even in ethics paper, or you can also quote these as a one of the example related to something related to governance perspective or society perspective or economy perspective or the recent developments or the underprivileged society, underprivileged people or sections of the society perspective. So coming to the point, the main definition meaning of the particular manual scavenging, here I have already given. A person is engaged in cleaning this. Okay, so it is completely inhuman. So how it is affecting the basic rights of the person? Article 14, Article 17, Article 20. I have clearly mentioned how they are connecting and eradicating and how they are troubling. So these are the few articles relevant to including these manual scavenger survival, where the very basic right to life, right to work and right to dignified work is getting affected. So clearly I have mentioned other articles too. 15, 16, 21, 24, 46, 338 are the few articles relevant to this. So it's a kind of giving homework. I already mentioned there. Go back to your basics, check out your Lakshmikant and just understand how the articles are relevant to manual scavenging point of view. So just if possible try to give a few quick fix points related to those articles in our comment box. Yes, so these are the few relevant cases related to manual scavenging. These are the cases which brought huge change, especially this Safai Karamchari Andolan and others who presented this petition. And finally, Balram Singh is the one who questioned it in the Supreme Court, complete eradicated, because of which complete change and huge improvement came in these judgments. And finally, they decided 30 lakhs compensation should be given. So we are adding few other points also which are highly important. But for now, if there is any questions related to manual scavenging, just try to give the basic definition and what are the causes for this practice, this inhuman practice, and what are the sections which are evolved or involved in this particular practice. So what are the challenges they are facing because of this job? So what are the other perspectives like economical, environmental, health and this constitutional provisions point of view? Give those perspectives too. And finally talk about the government initiatives or schemes which are introduced to combat this. Finally, give a way forward. As if you are a bureaucrat, how would you tackle this? And also mention few cases like this, which and a few verdicts of Supreme Court too. That's it enough. So your answer done for mains. You can also add few case studies and recent examples and few facts relevant to this, given a few reports released recently where they are saying women or especially women of 75% are involved, kind of these things. So I'll just explain. See, I hope this last month an article released where they said, okay, we are going to any extent to combat this. So few researchers have done enough studies and they released, yes, caste discrimination is the main reason for this practice. So most of the people who involved in this are Dalits. It is happening because of the major discrimination in the society. So we already know that yes, caste discrimination is there. We can't say no, it's not prevalent. Of course, doing lots of upliftment of the society, vulnerable sections and all, but still we can observe this caste discrimination, racial discrimination, religious discrimination, etc. So yes, Kshatriyas, Brahmins, Vaishyas, Sudras and other sections of the society, and finally comes this complete underprivileged sections of the society. So these studies have released a statement that yes, it is caste discrimination and it is also inhuman. So give an employment alternate employment to the people so that they will be getting diverted from this heinous activity and they will look after the family too if they have the good livelihood. So recently few ministries have released, no, it is not a caste discrimination. We have launched lots of initiatives where they are getting these financial support and skill development related training, and of course there are more female involved in this job, but we are looking after giving them an alternative facilities for their survival, and we are trying to eradicate it as early as possible, and no caste based discrimination is anywhere relevant to this. And see, when you are writing something about an article, you should definitely give a 360-degree approach or multi-dimensional approach and try to connect it to the every concept of the article. So for this we are going to discuss a lot. I already mentioned these are the few cases relevant to the particular manual scavenging, and they had done enough fight to eradicate this because there's lots of death cases have filed and reports said it's a complete kind of questioning the basic humanity. It's a kind of basic right to life and right to dignified work and especially equality before law and even living in a pollution free environment. All these are the few basic rights which are relevant to this article. So these are the cases, these are the articles already mentioned. So come to the government's perspective where they are saying, what is this Namaste scheme? National Action for Mechanized Sanitation Ecosystem is a central scheme under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and also MOHA. This is also, it is a joint venture of these two ministries. Apart from that, it has been replaced by aspirants, that is self-employment scheme for rehabilitation of manual scavengers. So aspirants has been renamed as Namaste, and the agency which takes care of is National Safai Karamchari Financial Development Corporation. So under this scheme, they have been announced a few benefits, giving skill developments, financial support, and few mechanisms for building these capacity building activities and all, giving alternate support system and all. And PM Suraj scheme is one such scheme, which is again supporting this. Supporting these people to come out of that particular heinous crime. And apart from that, Ayushman Bharat is one, which is again giving livelihood. And also this most important scheme relevant to this is, you are having a complete command over schemes, initiatives when you are writing something, because which ministry, what is the objective, what are the benefits, all these are highly important. So PM Suraj is one scheme, and PM Rashtriya Garima Abhiyan and PMJ. See, these are the few initiatives directly and indirectly supporting to eliminate manual cleaning and this rehabilitation of workers engaged in this manual cleaning. So, PM Suraj is one such national portal where the Prime Minister has given credit support to the people, especially underprivileged ones. Here they clearly mentioned Vanchito Ko Variyata. It is a transformative initiative aimed at mainly uplifting the marginalized segment of the society. And finally, they are giving few financial support through NBFCs, as it is also already mentioned there, financial institutions and other organizations. And during the program, Prime Minister Ji already said that distributed Ayushman health card and PPE kits to these Safai Karamcharis, especially treating them as Safai Mitras under the again national plan, that is National Action for Mechanized Sanitation Ecosystem. So this initiative represents yet another step towards safeguarding the health. So these are the highlights of the scheme. As I already mentioned, this is about 3 lakh beneficiary and all. So why this a strict see, already Supreme Court is issuing strict laws and already it's giving strict verdicts and it has given judgment on 2023 itself, but still there is a lots of delay in implementing and eradicating policy. Now it has announced that yes, it should be completely eradicated in 6 metro cities. Okay, so if there is any question related to manual scavenging on prelims, they may ask you the schemes, or they may ask you the cities which, what are the first 6 cities which eradicated, what is the Supreme Court's verdicts, and what are the cases relevant to that. If mains perspective, you should definitely have a clarity over the concept. Just check it out. It is mainly questioning the human dignity and equality, where right to life with dignity is questioning. And other than that, poor implementation and no state has taken strict actions. So these are the one point. And second point, as I already mentioned, see, it is all about humanity and dignity, and where the basic rights are questioned. And finally, no strict action has been taken by any laws. It's a kind of developing administrative policies, apathy, or even the lack of mechanization. You can talk like mechanization, or even the societal stigmas. You can also like, because it is a heinous activity, inhuman activity, where they are saying most of the people who are engaged are Dalits, especially among them 75% are women. So what about the gender equality, and what about the empowerment of women, and what about the upliftment of the marginalized section, and what about the benefits of the vulnerable society? As we are driving ourselves to achieve this Vikasit Bharat by 2047, well and good, that's accepted, okay. But what about these kind of activities where are they still lacking to implement that at best? And there's a lots of discussion going on because of this untouchability, caste, discrimination, and their vulnerabilities. So coming to this, they have introduced PM Suraj, they have introduced Ayushman Bharat, they have even introduced a few Namaste schemes, and they introduced Rashtriya Garima Abhiyan, all these things, okay. So the way forward should be like strict rules, guidelines, principles should be introduced. It's a kind of strict implementation of the policy at the decentralized level. That is what I am suggesting. And you should suggest always way forward like a bureaucrat officer, not like an aspirant. It should be practically implemented. It should be benefit of the both society and governance. Awareness campaign should be done. That's yes. There's a lots of awareness needed, especially to eradicate these kind of practices. Technological and innovation also can help. Like Bandikut is one which is uh, giving a relief to these people. Especially Kerala is the first state which announced complete zero manual scavenger in their state. So it's a kind of achievement. Recently we have seen the first organic state, the first state with zero wastage and emissions. So these kind of highly important, which is the first state which announced the zero manual scavenger? Yes, Kerala. So we can also take help of technology and invention. We can also take up of help of these AI, where they can use these mechanized extended arms and strings, which can helpful for cleaning these septic tanks and all. And they can also take the help of these robots, and they can also take improve the infrastructural related perspectives, where they can handle and where they can use these advanced technology for this kind of acting, for this kind of clearing these kind of in what it's called wastage and all. So from the pics itself you can understand how troublesome and how impactful it is, and how it is troubling the basic rights. So when a question appears on this, from mains point of view, you just give definition. Again I'm repeating, you just give why in news or recent observations or cases relevant to that. So Supreme Court verdicts, polity perspective, you will give the articles, rights and all. Economy perspective, you can talk, yes, because of lack of employment opportunities and lack of basic education, they are working. And you can also talk for the livelihood of these people, those who are not getting the basic benefits. To eradicate this, to combat this particular cause, they have introduced Namaste. You can also quote the reason, and you can also quote the solution, and you can also quote the way forward. And finally, environmental perspective and health perspective, it is very much important. Health perspective you have to give, and also cultural and society, where you can mention about these recent studies of caste discrimination, and gender perspective you can also mention. And you can also talk about the societal perspective, where you can talk about this upliftment of the society and all. And geographical perspective, you can mention the regions and state which have highest manual scavenging and highest number of deaths. And in other perspective you talk like the states which are advancing with eradicating this practice. Of course, in the final point, you as a bureaucrat officer, what actions can be taken and implemented at the practical decentralized level, just make a note. That's it. Even you can talk about Swachh Bharat mission is such a hate, but why still these are relevant in this particular period, still in this society. So finally Supreme Court is so serious about this. So what can be done finally to completely achieve the main motto of this program? Yes, that's it. This is why in news, manual scavenging. Regularly attend and consistency is a very much important key for clearing exam. So whenever you need any assistance or help, just drop a message. We are here to help you. Make sure your preparation should be so genuine. Do honest hard working, you will definitely getting a good job. Wishing you all the best, study well, all the best, have a wonderful day. Thank you.